Alright, welcome back to Trial of Cthulhu.
We're currently in a pit.
You're currently all in your own little individual pit.
Kind of
So-
sucks.
Yep.
Ray, on a scale of monsoon to Noah, how fast are these pits filling with water?
Oh, they're not filling that fast.
Okay. Good news, guys. We've got at least 40 days to get out of here.
We have 49s as well, though.
And I've already started talking to myself.
Yes. Yeah. You're not big happy about this.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not happy of being beaten up and only having 4 HP left while being in the middle of a pit in the middle of a Oriental Asian-esque dungeon place in the jungle.
To be fair, it's a fairly generic dungeon.
I mean, it's at least open air. You know, you don't really get that many open air dungeons.
Well, yeah, if they sealed up the air, it's not a hole as much as it is a grave.
Well, no, I mean the forest, it's the jungle itself being a dungeon because.
Right, yeah, true.
Could be worse. It could be that Hackmaster one where you start by
Why?
dying.
Why? Why would you say these things like this?
Because I then go on to explain exactly how it could be worse in ways that don't apply to us.
Hackmaster game, you start by dying.
You start by dying and then play as ghosts.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, so what's your
Module has
plan?
rules for rolling up a ghost.
What's your plan?
I've already fashioned a crude pair of pants out of local flora.
So, question, Gray, are we naked or something?
Yep,
Yes.
you're completely naked. You have
I mean, I
nothing.
assume. I can't see you. So these how deep are these pits anyway?
Good deep
8
depth.
feet, 10 feet, 3.5 meters.
Just seeing if it says.
0.4 Godzillas.
Everyone knows that Godzilla's a perfectly competent mechanism of measuring.
Of course, 2.5 astronomical units.
I roll preparedness for my secrets, my super secret hidden thief climbing kit. Don't ask me where I have it in my naked state.
So you're weaving a grappling hook out of your hair. Got it.
No,
I
I've
sense
already.
I know exactly what Gray's going to say to that, and the answer might rhyme with bow.
I mean, from his avatar, his character image, he does have enough hair to weave a short grappling hook.
A very
This
short.
is important. Do I still have my top hat?
No, you're naked. Of course they're not going to leave you a top hat. It doesn't
Well,
say.
everyone knows I'm alive from the amount
No.
of screaming going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't say,
In space
but they're
with vanity,
definitely.
And where's my hat? You lying, thieving bastards.
All right.
I say 10 foot.
So
All right, so that's
we
a
need to
little high to jump.
we need to climb out then, right?
Give it a go.
Okay. Well
Athletics
then,
spend.
athletics. Yeah. Well, it's a roll. So give me a
It's
second.
general, so
How many points would you like us to spend on this?
Up to you.
4.
can I
Yeah,
make
sorry,
an outdoorsman spend instead of rolling?
So, do I shimmy up the wall, Gray, or no?
Yep, you managed to get to the top of the wall. Jimmy does not.
Bug up.
I'm still busy yelling.
I will look around. Is there any other pits nearby? What am I looking at here?
You can you can't see anything because you kind of get to the top and there's a metal grate kind of pinned down across it.
Oh, okay.
The lock, you kind of just enough to see that the lock is off to the side.
Well, then.
So it's inset far enough that you can't reach the lock for.
So I can't reach the lock to pick it.
Yeah.
I can roll preparedness to get my
So
emergency.
you can just kind of touch it with your finger, but that's about as far as you can get.
And how is it? So here's a question: is the hole I'm currently in? What's the walls made out of?
Rock.
Rock.
It's been sunk into the ground. It's like
mortared rock
Nope.
Or rock, not dirt.
Chiseled.
Ritzy.
Oh, hold on. It's
very mediocre.
grade sucked into the rock into the ground as well, right?
Yeah.
Like the grade itself is attached to the rock that way.
Yeah.
So being climbed up here at this grade doesn't really help me that much, does it?
Not really, no.
Unless I'm going to roll preparedness to get out my emergency chisel from a place I'm not going to mention. The camera
That
pans
is a
away.
terrible waste of a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so no.
No.
Okay.
Look, just climb back to the bottom of the pit, fashion a axe out, a hammer and chisel out of stone, hand axe or whatever. Use that to fashion a pick out of stone, and then just start digging around the grave.
All right. Well, then I'll climb back down because it seems like there's nothing I can really do with the things up here. Even if I have foreign locksmith, I can't locksmith a lock I can't get to.
You can't pick a lock with your pinky finger.
Yeah.
All right.
This is why you always keep a lockpick hidden in your hair.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but Gray won't let me do it.
All right, so are you dropping back down? The rest of you are in. You're kind of like the floors are wet, they're uneven. There's not like huge amounts of water, but there's enough that you thought of lying down is not going to be comfortable. There's not like standing water, but there's like puddles.
It's not like it's slowly but surely like as the tide comes in, filling up with more water.
No.
So we're not in a slow death trap.
No. It's a very slow death trap.
Yeah, we're not in a
deliberate death trap.
Quick, slow death trap.
If they leave you here, you'll die. Otherwise, yeah.
We've got a week or two.
Yeah. There is no toilet, however.
I'll have to start drinking my own piss.
I suggest against it.
All right. So
Do the bear.
Night. Day comes. Day goes.
Great. I can see what I'm doing. Now I can finally do stuff.
Yeah. And then nightness passes. Day passes and night comes. Nightness? Why am I trying to say nightness?
Nightness.
Madness.
Madness. Well, it is now time for a non-mythos stability check.
Oh, joy.
Oh, boy. I'm going to fail this, but hard.
1 point only.
Oh.
Well, that's one down.
Okay, fine. If it's 1 point, I'll have to.
That's the opposite of failure.
No, I'm having
Gato. Why do you insist on staying sane?
Oh, don't worry. There's plenty of time. The night is young.
You say that.
God damn it.
No, I know what's coming. The night is young.
I was going to try and escape during the day.
All right, do you want to give it a go?
I do. I want to climb up there and get a good look at these bars and how they're fastened. And I assume they're made of iron and not something more exotic.
No, just iron.
Just iron. All right. I'm gonna guess I can't see enough through them to make an. No, there's we're in a forest. There's no way I could see the stars to check the time, what day it is, or even what month. Let's see. What else have I got?
You have to see what time. You don't think it's much more than a day or two has passed.
I'm gonna guess my geology tells me this rock is probably too hard to break through with the limited resources I have on hand.
Yes.
But do I have an outdoorsman spend here?
No.
Look,
okay.
My emergency back pocket collapsible jackhammer.
You don't have one of those.
Is not allowed here. Look,
It's
I have.
30s.
We were playing Knights Black Agents. I have 3 preparedness. It could be a thing that I could have had. All right. Like, because that's the thing of Black Agents did. You can literally James Bond the fuck out of it if you have the proper talents.
All right. Anything else you want to try?
Sorry, guys. My credit rating is completely useless in this situation.
I guess since trouble wouldn't be is it possible to use any evidence collection or something like that?
No.
You are in trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, we don't need to sense that one.
I'm clearly this all hinges on my uses of accounting.
You've got a lot of use out of that accounting skills. Just not now.
It's obviously an athletics check to just bend the bars and lift the grate.
I tried that. Didn't really work out.
No, you climbed up and looked at it.
Oh.
Oh.
Greg, can I climb back up and try to like rinse the bars with my weight?
Yep, go for it.
Just push the grate through the lock. Maybe they use a cheap lock.
Scurry back up.
No,
I mean, if
you
it's
know
iron,
full
it's
well
probably
that this
rusty.
is not moving.
Okay. I do it for the sake of exercise.
No flex at all, huh?
You're going to be fit at the end of this. You haven't had anything to eat and no water for a day. Does anyone want to try drinking the pool pond scum?
That should be an outdoorsman spend.
Unfortunately, no, because I know the fact that that's going to be since I may have to have relieved myself, and due to the fact it is a wet, thing in the box slurry, it's going to be a very midden-esque slurry.
Well,
Over
you
time,
haven't got a toilet, so definitely midden-esque at this point.
yes.
That's even if it's yours.
So,
Alright.
over a day or something that's going to have to be mine because some people have to pass some bells, and I don't have a cigarette. No, I
You
would
gave
give
those up. Success.
Yep. Okay. So, the next morning, you may have got the occasional, unconscious bit of sleep. You'll hear voices. It's in the Thai language.
I speak that.
Yep. And it's
Well,
just
somebody
it's just generally people talking and walking forward. And then at the edge of Detective Jimmy's pit, a woman peers in.
Detective Pit Jimmy strikes a pose, saying, "Hello, lady."
No,
No.
Jimmy, it's a goddamn thing.
She's carrying
Oh.
a spear in her one arm.
Oh, I think I know this might be.
Ah, yeah, it's the boss of this area.
Yep. Lady Savitry.
Why do I hear boss music?
And she stabs down.
May I attempt to dodge?
Oh no, she misses.
Oh, okay.
Steal her spear.
Your hit is 4, so she misses again. She's just basically just slicing down with a spear for this. Damn it.
Okay. What happened?
Saying very obvious American.
Can you use flattery in reverse?
Detective Jimmy is just furiously dodging all of this. It's just like, damn.
I think
having one arm really is throwing off your
I
aim.
think he's not even doing it as a to menace you. This is all just to menace you to make you dance rather than to actually shank you.
With
Sure.
those rolls, he doesn't need to dodge. That's the thing.
Screw this.
Hey!
There we go.
There's a spend for you.
This is a spear.
She just tries to. She's just angry. She's like,
D6 damage. So 2
Okay.
points of damage.
Okay.
As it sinks in, you recognise the smell. The spear has been coated with nectar.
Oh, joy.
oh boy.
Alright. She moves along to Fortunatos. You're 4 as well, aren't you? Yes.
Yeah,
I
4
I
as
think we
well.
all are.
Apparently, shooting for this is quite hard. There she goes. She gets you on the second go.
Ouch!
Look, we're just trying to make her bleed out one of her
that's
spends.
great.
Okay?
I didn't need that, Gray. I'm
Ooh.
down to -1.
Well, he's dead.
I'm not dead yet.
Gato?
Bruised,
Close enough.
battered. All my checks
I'm
are
on
now. What?
Gato gets it the first time.
I just got a weird error.
Yeah, so
Oh, it's because I accidentally dragged the host thing. Coming. Right. This one's runs straight into Gato.
Ah, dang it.
She's no longer fucking around.
She's out
I
of
think
spend.
she got annoyed with missing me constantly.
Ooh, and
Oh.
Arbitus, she just goes straight in.
Yep, I'm on. Wait,
No,
wasn't that my damage roll?
No, your damage
You
roll was the 6.
That's
You
what I
don't-
thought.
fall unconscious.
I'm at -1.
Oh yeah, you don't fall unconscious. We just got until we're like -5 or -10 or something like that. We're at -1 range.
She only grazes a Bitus. So, you've all been wounded in various places. You can choose where.
I'm gonna take top. I'm gonna take around the top shoulder where, essentially she got me right in my right in the arm, like arm shoulder thing, right between like almost at the neck.
I caught it with my hand. I was totally trying to catch this spear.
I'm going to say in the. Sorry.
Caught it with your face.
No, I was going to say I caught it with my forearm, just trying to block my face. But
Yeah, I didn't quite dodge in time, so I got it in the left ear.
Alright. So, you all feel irrationally angry about this. I mean, yeah, you're angry if someone's come along and stabbed you like a fish in a barrel. But, the actual feeling of anger is much more than you would have expected.
They stole my hat.
I mean, just being in this hole would have been a great time to practice some aestheticism, wouldn't it have been?
Yes.
If we had it. Well, we don't really hear on time scale necessary to become the next level of what you call it.
We hope.
we hope. Yeah.
Alright. A day passes. The rest of the day, you hear the sounds of like chopping and jammel, stuff like that, and as night falls, you smell burning.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to have a look?
Yes.
I don't. Oh well, I'm a -1 to climb, so I don't think I can make it without spins right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm still HP, but I fucked up the last spin. Let's give it. What am I rolling to be here, Gray?
Alright.
You have to roll for
Just
you're
roll
probably-
athletics.
I think it's like 5 or better.
Oh,
That's
come
fine.
on.
No, you make it.
Stop rolling ones on skill checks.
Alright.
Look, you're trying to get Gray to roll those ones.
I know. Doesn't
True.
So, you get stopped as a single person. It's the woman you're assuming is Savitri.
Mm-hmm.
Working on the bonfire, totally naked.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you notice, or this is for the Serpentis, of course, not the rest of you, is the pair of mouths on her. One on the left forearm and the other on the right thigh.
Glad I didn't look.
So, stability check.
God, fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
How many points is this?
I am just checking.
I'm gonna assume it's not.
Thankfully, we did this in proper order, where we've seen these mouths before on a guy before, like just seeing this out of the fucking blue.
True.
Capabilities. Ability loss. +1. So that's for seeing a minor mythos creature, isn't it? +1 on top of that.
Yes. So I'd be rolling to get 4s.
You're rolling for 4. That's +1 to its damage.
Yeah.
Right?
Stability loss. See a supernatural creature up close. From a distance, so it's 3. So it'd be 4.
Right.
Aiming for 4. You're gonna lose 4.
Do you encounter negative stability penalties when you hit 0 or when you hit negatives?
Negative.
Okay, fine. In that case, I'm going to spend my last 2 points to drop to 0 on this to make this die roll.
All right.
Level 1.
Shut up.
There you go.
Okay, phew.
No.
I was gonna say, welcome to Sand Loss Club.
Hey, I'm on stability 0 and health 2, so I'm not exactly happy.
Hey,
Look,
you're healthier than most of us.
I am completely stable at this moment in time. It's just the fact that I'm currently bleeding.
Yeah, you're bleeding to death, but your mind's in the right
No,
place.
you're not bleeding to death. These are just scratches and stabs. They're not too bad.
Well, yeah, the thing is that they're I'm only at -1, so I am severely inconvenienced when trying to do shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
My prison workout is probably not going to
Go as well this time.
be going that well today.
All right.
Now, what do I see?
So she's got drooling mouths on her arm and her leg, and she's standing naked in front of this bonfire she's built. And she begins to chant. You recognise the language, but don't understand it.
Okay.
It is the same gobbledygook that the guys who attacked you back in Savannah used. So you recognise the weird chants and sounds, but you don't understand any of it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Don't suppose by any happy chance she's chanting loud enough for my colleagues in the hall to hear.
Everyone can hear this.
Okay. Is it
That's
actually
not good.
Thai? Because we do have someone who speaks Thai.
No, it's definitely not Thai.
It's the mutt language that they were using.
All right. In that case,
I'm going to say more like an eldritch language at this point. What you do notice going into the fire are your clothes. All of your clothes, including the hat.
If I could see it, I would be I would be angrier than anger.
My suit
Just
with
gonna say,
all its.
someone's gonna die for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very annoyed when I ever find out, because I had so many. That suit was not merely clothing; it was a tool of my trade, because it had so many sewn in inlets and pockets and everything that would need to, palm a few things.
Yeah.
It's a shame Carcer's not here. I bet his clothes were explosive.
He fucking she immediately
He's-
died. She
Soak
really
them in
died.
nitroglycerine or something like that.
Then there's a muffled thump and a
Good.
small crater, and she's
I
nowhere, and
remember
she's missing her other
There was
arm.
There was a joke or something like that where you cleaned like some clothes with like gasoline or something
Oh yeah,
and shit like that, where it says like, oh, is it Herbert West was subscribed to this process, and then all of a sudden the lady explodes.
I did play in a Shadowrun game where I was playing a rigger who had rigged some of his drones to explode. And we'd been captured by the bad guy who was tossing one of my drones back and forth in a hand. My GM had forgotten about the explosion, so he gave me like a 1 in 6 chance it was an explosive one. I rolled a 6.
beautiful.
Yeah, that was a very short encounter.
It was that's Shadowrun for you.
Yep.
Prior planning.
But no, she just burns them. And then you start to feel itches.
Itchy.
Yeah, wherever you were wounded.
Oh great, my shoulder.
Yep.
My shoulder in the very not obvious Resident Evil 2 eye slot place.
Yeah.
For the tyrant.
The wound kind of... Anyone who watches, I know Abatis can't because it's his ear, but he'll probably feels the wound kind of draw apart. And begin to move. Teeth begin to form. And a tongue begins
I'm
like
smashing it into the wall.
Time to immediately assume the pose and begin.
Just repeatedly.
Time to immediately assume the pose and start doing the chant.
7-point mythology stability test, please.
fucking hell.
Goodbye, second sanity point. It was nice knowing you.
7 point. So we're trying to hit 6, or we're trying to hit a 7 here.
No, it's you're rolling at 4, but it's 7 points if you fail.
Whoa.
Well then, pardon me.
You have a mouth growing on
I
you.
spent 3.
Pardon me. I
boy.
say fuck that. I have 6. I'm going to spend that.
I have none to spend, so this will be hilarious. Oh, Christ. No, what a shock.
I see Addis is thinking the same thing, but he hedged his bet better than I did.
Right. Sorry, did you say it was a 7?
7-point loss, yeah.
Right. Minus
So
7.
He's negative
Time
7.
to
What
learn
does
to
that
shoot
mean?
left-handed.
Alright, what's that hit you at?
At a rate of fuck.
Ready to fucking
I'm
you.
looking for the table.
Be nice if it were next to the injury one, but it isn't.
Okay, so this you just lost 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
This shatters
Yep.
one of your pills of sanity. One of your pillars is gone.
Yep.
So, which one of the pillars did you have? What pillars did you have beforehand?
Well, patriotism for the US, which doesn't make sense. I'd lose that.
Yeah.
Faith in the rule of law. Firm belief in basic human dignity. I mean, I have got a mouth trying to grow out my arm. I think that's probably the most sensible one to lose.
Yeah.
So get rid of that.
Are you blasted is what I'm looking for. Looking for that table telling what happens when you lose certain amounts.
Where is
Blasted. I had that a second ago. That's under stability.
Yes, if your stability range is -6 or -7, you
77.
are blasted.
Alright.
And you lose a sanity because this is a mythos creature.
Yes.
And you went under 0.
I also lose a point for my stability rating.
No, this would have made that. This would have
If
made
you're
that
blasted, you actually lose 2.
Oh dear.
Hang on. I'm looking at the table specified. It's saying you only lose 1 point from your stability rating.
Each time you are blasted
Yeah.
by a mythos encounter or attack, when your stability drops to between -6 and 11, your sanity rating drops by 2 points.
Oh, right. That's a bit.
Yeah, miss off
Sorry, I was
shots.
still looking at the table. So yes, I lose a point of stability rating and 2 points from sanity rating.
Yep.
Ow. All right, fine. So that puts me down to sanity 8 and stability 7. I'm just
Sanity.
gibbering insanely for this then.
Yep.
You unfortunately were not one of the people who could take who had the ability to take the monk up, the guy on the pit on Buzza's offer for training.
Okay,
No.
so those of you who have the rituals of self-denial, you get to remove that, reduce the trauma by 2, or 1 or 2, depending on what level you're at.
I'm at 1, so I think I get like 1 back of that.
Yeah. All right. So yes, poor Bitus now has a mouth where he used to have an ear.
Ow.
He can now talk out of both sides of his face.
And a
We are
tongue
no
coming
longer
out of it.
friends.
Yeah.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Miss Arparitis will be very, very confused, but probably not displeased. Anyway.
This one. Shit.
All right. So Jimmy kind of passes out at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll come to in a few hours.
So mine is currently in the Resident Evil 4 location where the tyrant had his where the E-virus guy had his eye, I guess. So lower shoulder.
You can just say shoulder. It's faster. I'm still smashing my hand into the wall.
There's an option for amputation if you want to try that. But,
Yeah, I will continue smashing until the mouth is gone, one way or the other.
Here's a question: is it on the back of your hand or the palm of your hand?
Yes.
I mean, I caught it with the palm, so I assume possibly both sides, since it probably went through.
Amputation or worse. That's antibiotics. So medicine this is talking about.
Haven't got that.
And so when next session comes around with Ablada, we're going to have to go over this again with him where his mouth is, right?
Yeah.
Because this is not like a very good session for a person to sleep out on.
New. I cannot work out how to edit my stability and sanity on this character sheet.
Hold shift and mouse wheel?
Yeah.
That's your maximums, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's got to reduce his maximum.
No, that's the thing. It's only editing
No, control.
the actual value.
Sorry, control.
Right. No, that's not doing it either.
It's control. I'm just doing that now.
I'm
All right.
doing the very same thing.
You have
to hold it over the maximum number.
Okay,
Right.
so Gatto,
Yes.
you're smashing your hand against the wall.
Yes.
So it's basically gone. You take
I'm just going to keep hitting it.
5 points of damage.
Nice. I'm at -6.
Excellent. And you kind of, you've got a ruined stump where your hand was.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you feel the skin begin to crawl. And the stump begins to form a mouth.
Oh, that's just not on.
Right. 1 point mythos dexterity loss for the victim. Or 2 points,
Wait.
actually, because you're the victim and surgeon, the same person.
Literally, so wait, this is happening.
Yeah.
The fucker accounted for this.
Yes.
Fuck you, Clancy. Fuck you, whoever that fucker wrote this book.
That's just not on.
This is a level of cackling GM rude as our GM proceeds to cackle in our face.
Oh,
Where's the
I'm
table
so
flip
glad.
button?
I'm so glad you did this later on, though, because at least some of you got some methods of dealing with this.
Mitigating, not dealing.
Mitigating.
Yeah. Reduction.
To be honest, if you'd done this place first, you were in serious trouble.
I mean, that kind of implies we're not in serious trouble
Fucking
at the moment.
I don't know. If we'd done this place first, we might have just gone in guns blazing. We have a lot of gun.
The
True.
thing is,
Yeah.
though, remember this is a core clue thing where this is going to happen regardless of what we do.
Yarp.
We can't opt out of becoming body horde,
So-
this is a good point in the story because this is after we found this is possible.
So, Ethiopia was the easy mode. This one really makes up for the. Yeah.
I mean, if you go to this before Ethiopia, that is. Guy walks up. You walk up with like 6 guys with mouths on their bodies. Walk up to that one dude. Okay.
Hi, we made a mistake.
Shit
You won't fix
happened.
it.
You're assuming we'd get that far.
All right. So,
I mean, any of us with obvious mouths are just going to get murdered by the Guardians before we get anywhere near.
right. So, having dealt with that, and once Jimmy comes around from his little faint.
Jimmy's not the only one unconscious now.
Yeah.
I'm at -6.
All right. So, Savitri will walk forward and speak in English. Now the time comes for my mouths to hunt you, and yours to hunt mine. Victory, the more one you will feast on my flesh, rather than your own. Defeat, your flesh will be nourished by my own. To decline the fight would be slowly consumed by the orifice you manifest. The hunt begins. And she quickly moves and drops a key into each one of your pits, and then sprints off into the jungle.
Oh, great.
All right. So, this is going to be an athletics check. Actually, no, it's not a check. If you have 1 in your athletics pool, you can get up the side. And then a mechanical repair check to open the lock.
Okay. Is the mech repair a spend, or is it merely just having it?
It's a
It's a
spin.
test, it's a spend.
It's a check since it's a general skill.
And what's the threshold, Gray?
I don't have to tell you.
I may roll
Probably
a
more
3.
than 3.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Here comes the mech repair for me then.
All right.
Can we attempt it multiple times or no?
Oh, Jimmy managed to unlock his. Fumbling around, it's really tricky. And click. Actually, no, I've just read a little further. Fortunato also unlocks his because he's got locksmith, which apparently makes you automatically successful.
Oh, okay.
okay.
But that was the main
Do you know how
section, you
locks
kids.
work?
I don't complain about this book. This book is very well written, but occasionally it's like, ugh.
Formatting is hard, all right.
To be fair, it's doing a lot better than the White Wolf books ever did.
All
The
right.
White Wolf, that information would be in the bestiary for some reason. Right, White Wolf. The only time I did an RPG book be written by stream is consciousness.
All right. You shove them aside and find that you're on a rocky hillside. Your pits, you're surrounded by pits, irregularly spaced, no pattern.
I will go over and look in one of the pits.
You'll see whoever hasn't got out yet.
Hi, I'm unconscious.
I will try my key on the pit. On his pit. Does it work at all?
Yes, it works.
All right, I will.
They cheaped out and only bought the same lock, apparently.
Oh no.
They only use
At
one
least
lock
you don't have
for
to worry about dropping the right key in the right pit. I mean, after
True.
the first set of guys didn't even get theirs unlocked, they figured out that problem.
That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It's like, sorry, I got the keys mixed up. Can you pass that back up, please? See?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
When you're trying to do your elaborate murder death game.
I called this one the Deadliest game for a reason.
Oh, great. Right, so presumably we've been able to get our biters out.
Yeah.
I will jump.
And
I'm going to
Gato.
jump. I'm going to remove the grate and jump down into Gato's pit and start like poking him slapping him on his face.
Oh, if he is at -6, he actually is bleeding out.
Yep.
I have no means of healing anybody.
It's all right. I'm going to go cauterize the wound in the fire, which will give me a perfect opportunity to notice the remnants of my hat.
Yeah, and all of our clothes.
Well, he's currently. Well, the thing is, the only person with first aid because we decided not to sit up in each other's toes.
Not
was,
true. I do have 2 points.
Well, use them on yourself because you
Yeah.
probably.
Well, I mean, I'm at least.
Don't worry about saving me. Just save yourself. It's fine.
Gato has checked out of this game.
The Gato is almost certainly not going to be surviving past this mission. You're
I
going to
kind of thought that one happening.
Yeah, because I don't think I can heal 6 HP off first aid, can I?
He's down to 3 stability at this point and -6 health. It's not looking good.
No.
Well,
fine.
Somehow I still have 7 sanity. I have no idea how that occurred.
That's gonna be a fucking awkward call. Your brother. We're gonna let you know. Your brother died because of cold.
No, he didn't die. He's probably not going to die. Almost certainly going to live, just not going to be around very much more.
Yeah, well,
great.
the way it works is you have to spend 2 first aid points to stabilize him, so he's no longer bleeding to death.
I can make a consciousness roll. I didn't.
Fine. In that case, I'll spend the 2 points I have to stabilize.
Oh, thank you.
Ignore that roll I just made then.
They should have
I
started.
don't think you roll for first aid anyway.
I made
No,
that
but-
roll and then I was going to look at exactly how it
Yeah.
worked, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a straight up spend. It's
Eh.
2 health for every point spent, unless you're healing yourself, which in case it's half,
All right.
or if you're seriously wounded.
So, your mouths are talking to you in the weird language. So you can't understand them, but it is a bit unnerving and will probably make being stealthy quite hard.
How much of that fire is left?
Well, if you cauterize it, it will just grow back.
Okay. Gato doesn't know that.
Please don't knock yourself out. I've used all my first aid points and I can't stabilize a second person who's died.
I'm aware. Hang on. Let me see if I make my consciousness roll. What's the difficulty on that anyway?
Those of you playing along at home and watching, this is the session where we all die.
Well, there is now an
Only
advantage.
Gato all dies.
There is now an advantage.
I call the FBI guy.
If you roll a 6 on close combat attacks, you'll get a bonus attack from the mouth.
Yay?
Sadly, I spent all my scuffling during that brawl that we really shouldn't have. We did that fucking cutscene brawl.
Yep.
Hopefully, this lady does not get a fucking refresh during the time with the spear, though, because she did spend a lot of her points on that.
Okay, the difficulty on my consciousness roll is 6.
Oh,
I'm conscious,
No.
I guess. So
And
have your
then
health
you will-
points.
All right. Your
Well, in that
advantage
case-
is it is like 4 to 1.
yeah, this is true, but we have to find her first of all.
We also will get our Barbitus out of his hole.
Gray,
All right.
I'm walking over to the fire. Do I see any remnants of my hat?
No. Maybe the brim.
That is sufficient.
The
If I
hat's
don't
gone
see
now.
any remnants of my hat, I have a more pressing concern right now, which is going in the fire. If I do, I'm going to be getting rather upset and going after what's after the hat witch and burning her to tiny pieces.
Well, yeah, the pressing issue right now is we have no clothing and presumably no weapons.
Nope.
I put on what remains of my hat.
I have my hands, which is generally how it goes. Oh, this is not a street, is it?
No.
This is not anything else like that. Well, gentlemen, it seems well, our main problem is that there's a crazy lady in the woods, and we're in a hunt, I guess.
That sums it up.
I have 4 points of outdoorsman. How many do I need to spend?
I mean, you could probably use it could you use it to, like, say, craft us something to use? Because I think the most able-bodied of us should go in. Good Italian sir. I think you should. Oh wait, can you understand us? Hello.
My hat demands vengeance, sir.
And yes, he can speak English at this point, just for the record.
And yes,
Okay.
I spent on English.
All right.
Should have spent on theology, but I spent on English.
What was theology for?
Getting
Oh.
religion.
Oh yeah, getting the whole thing for the mouth thing. Shut up, mouth. Okay.
All right.
Well-
So yes.
We might have just need to pursue her into the woods and
You mean the
I do.
jungle?
into the jungle.
Yep.
Because we don't really have much else to use here. Sadly, our other, knife guy isn't here, but he probably was less beaten up.
Well, if we're in the jungle, presumably we could find at least some rocks or some branches or something for improvised weapons.
There's
Oh,
a torch over here.
Out of whatever, what do you call it? I played Rust. I go and pick up a rock. Well, time to go in. I will make off into the woods, into the foliage.
Gray, is tracking an outdoorsman spend?
Just checking.
I gotta say, this is like the rudest part of this whole fucking game. I have
Yes,
to
it
say.
is.
Indeed.
I think it's. There's not really much of it. It doesn't mention outdoorsman as a spend for that.
And the rudeness continues.
So you head into the jungle.
Can I spend 2 points of riding to kidnap a panther?
No, I think the panther's
That was
already
a
been
joke.
eaten. All right.
Nope.
So the jungle's a monsoon jungle.
So it's wet.
So it's about 6 inches of water in the air.
It's a thick tangle of vines, creepers, brush, shrubs, trees. Does not have this type of sun-blocking canopy that does tropical rainforests. But also that just makes the ground more difficult because the canopy actually stops stuff growing on the ground, so it actually makes traveling easier. This is the type of stuff that
The canopy is there to choke out anything that can't make it this tall.
without the canopy, this is very much a thick, bush jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very rough. But yes,
I have my rock in my hands, even though I'm gonna have to roll it a 5+ to hit her again or more. Oh, wait,
Okay.
no,
there is an outdoorsman thing.
Spent.
You can fashion some wooden chutes, like spears, and bamboo shoots.
Better than nothing.
Bamboo spears are pretty good.
Yeah, plus 0 weapons.
Yep.
That-
All right.
It's better than
Spend
that.
or just a half.
Just a half.
Cool.
Oh wait, that's not scuffling, is it? That's
No, that's weapons.
Well, I don't. Well, since they're both, since both pools are the same, I might as well just take using that phone.
All right.
By the way, I am absolutely forbidden from fighting on account of being so low.
Also, you only have one hand.
Well, I'm sure the mouth would hold the spear for him.
I'm willing to bet it would chew through the spear first, but there we go.
It's busy holding a rock.
Shove the rock. in
It
its
started
mouth.
talking. I said, shut up. It didn't. I fed it a rock.
It no want rock.
It's starting to crack the
Bad.
rock. You think it'll take a little while, but yeah, it's starting to just put pressure on, and you can see the rock just will go at some point.
I've got a spare rock. And one of the not poisonous vines to tie it in place with. Thank you.
So
All
while
right.
a man binds his own mouth. Oh, our mouth, sorry.
All right.
Shame
So,
I'm not a half
Jimmy,
vampire.
make me a sense trouble check.
Very well. I will spend 2 on this.
Why, Jimmy? I can do.
No. Oops. Oh, yep. You narrowly avoid stepping on a snake.
Oh, god damn it. If you make me roll mythos for that,
No, that's fine.
Snakes. The perfect ranged weapon.
do you want to try? Do you
I
want
don't
to
have
try
snake
fling
handling.
the snake?
So you disappear into the jungle. There's no way of really tracking what's going on here.
It's just European. It's just us in the jungle going along, trying to.
Are you
Figure out
moving
where-
slowly, quickly? How are you doing
Moving
this?
I'd argue
Quickly.
for slowly.
Yeah, we
Alright.
are
Moving
propping
quickly.
up someone who's
Vengeance
nearly
is to be had.
unconscious.
Oops, sorry, you both spoke at once then. Ablative. Sorry, added.
Yeah, we're propping up someone who's nearly unconscious, so we're probably moving pretty slowly.
I'm also very injured as well.
I'm just running on adrenaline.
Are you? How beaten up are you?
-6.
Adam?
Oh, added.
I'm still in
Added.
the positives, so I'm still
Okay.
relatively good.
Should be on the combat tracker. Isn't. Weird.
Alright. You move slowly. So, Fortunato, make me a sense of trouble check.
All right.
I'm
That's
too beat
still-
up to move fast. That's right.
Still a pool I have at least left over. 8.
You're about to put your foot down and you, for some reason, decide not to. Poke with
I
a
look
butt. Yeah. You poke it with the butt of your spear and it's like the leaves give way to a spiked bamboo trap.
Oh,
A punjab trap, or whatever you call it.
Glad I'm not in front. Trying really hard to be in front.
Are you in front?
No.
No.
I can barely keep up with these guys when they're moving slowly.
Oh,
Who is
son of a-
lead at this point?
I mean, probably me, given that my health actually is probably one of the best standing. I am at -7 stability.
I will go. Well, I still have a lot of trouble left over, so I'll go ahead. I'm at least cognitive what's going on. So
Alright.
Yeah.
So, you're the one who comes across the body.
oh dear. Oh
The chewed and regurgitated remains of one of the former conquests. Flesh and gristle have been stripped from the bones. The bones have been scratched and splintered. It's
So
like
someone
multiple
has
mouths
said
have bitten on this.
So someone has fed this person to their mouths.
That's
That's a
it.
mental security check, right?
Yes, it's a 2-point non-mythos ability check.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice to see. Well,
2 points.
I will hold up a hand like, don't come this way. I will come back and usher them around the corpse. Is there for a second there, is there any casting a glance at it, is there anything like on the body that's still left over? Or is it just
No.
a pile of
It's just a pile of bones that have been chewed up and kind of piled up.
And see, this is where the real Dark Souls begin. This is
For a
of
given
course.
definition here.
Yep. All right. Just gonna see what her moves.
Backstab. Just
Okay.
guessing.
So, stealth versus got it.
Some trouble?
Yeah. So that's what it is, isn't it, for stealth checks?
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Let's
think,
just.
I think it's versus. I don't know if it's versus the pool or not.
I think they're opposed. Let's just find the stealth check. I can't spell stealth so badly. It's taking me to the Methos section.
Hang on. I'll jump.
You know, I would laugh at that, but I have probably caused a couple of teachers to go crazy by just how badly I spell. So.
You've caused us to go crazy.
Use stealth when you're creeping around. If you're trying to sneak.
48. Page.
48.
That just says if you're creeping around unnoticed.
Well, that's what she's trying to do.
Yeah. Doesn't actually
126?
specify if it's opposed.
I think it's against sense trouble, though, isn't it?
I mean, if you want to call for an opposed sense trouble check.
Where's sense trouble?
Hang on. There's something here under stealth modifier on page 126. It says that NPCs do not make rolls to avoid detection. Investigators make rolls to detect them.
All right.
Ah. Okay, fine.
So they should have a stealth modifier, which
Yep.
makes it easier or harder to notice.
Yes, there we go. All right, so.
And yes, it's sense trouble
Yeah,
or other tests.
So, Abitus. Roll me sense trouble. You actually make that. And you kind of hear something in the trees just before she drops out, like on top of you.
Okay, I'm backing up and like holding my spear up.
Just let her land on it. It'll be perfect.
All right.
Gravity doing the hard work for you.
So, she's going to make an attack.
Who has the bigger weapons pool? Currently.
Well, it ain't gonna be me on one, so.
Well, it's just between her and Abitus at the moment. I'm saying you've strung out slightly. She's picked the tail end off. So, she's going to spend 1 and try and stab you.
And miss.
And miss.
Thank shit. She's just not on the best of days.
She's really having terrible trip.
And I will try to stab her right back while shouting, "Hey, she's over here!"
Ah!
That's
I
my
missed.
line. Hat killer.
Probably still not terribly coherent, to be 100% honest. I'm just charging.
Are any of us terribly coherent right now?
I think y'all are doing better than me.
All right.
Well, what is your HP total, by the way?
I'm trying to avenge a hat, sir.
I'm on 4 HP. It's more that inevitably when we kill this person, we're going to be suffering another stability check.
Oh, I'm a -1 too. Well, that's good. Well, I'm gonna lose my first sanity, I guess. Well, second sanity.
Yeah,
because
only if it's mythos.
I
You
lost
already
my.
saw the mouths.
No, I
Wait, did
already lost my sanity. Lost 1 sanity because I wanted to go read a book.
Yeah.
Reading's a bad idea in this game.
Reading's always a bad idea.
Look, if you'd found a book that taught you how to bring the rain, it would have been a great idea.
Down in Africa.
You could have put the fire out before she burned my hat.
Yeah. You've heard the one about why there's no vampires in Africa.
The rains are blessed.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'd heard it, forgotten about it, and I love being reminded.
Yep.
You're welcome.
I'll remember that.
God.
I provide this as a mostly free service. It only costs a half point of stability.
Why are the rains blessed?
Because
The
I
song.
blessed them.
The song, discard.
Oh,
Africa. The lyric is, I bless the rains down in Africa.
I never really heard.
I
of
won't repeat what I thought that was the first 6 times I heard the song. Blessing was not involved.
it. Anyway, so we are.
All right. So she's going to try and disappear back into the bush before anyone else can react. She is having a terrible day.
Oh, well. Oh, no.
Look.
What a shame.
Oh, gee, has she been stabbed by some crazy hat-murdering woman? That would explain why she's not got any pants on.
Oh, she's got some.
No.
Yeah. No, she's still naked.
We've got full fucking... It's apocalypse now.
Yep.
Well, I'm right
already-
on her back trying to stab her again.
Right.
Nice stab.
Yeah, good stab.
And that's a +0
Excellent
weapon.
form. Let's see how the
so-
follow-through is.
Yeah, not bad.
And a beautiful, beautiful stab by Arvidas.
All right. She will
He
attempt
be
to stab
making
you
hard
back.
scores.
Seriously. All right. So the rest of you will be appearing in the back of at this point. We'll go to another round, and she will stab first. Won't be trying to escape this time. Too far in. Come on, roll a 6. Get me those extra mouth attacks. All right. At least she hit.
That is a huge pool.
Oh
Well,
yes. Well,
She's a boss fight.
She-
I sort of...
She
Oh, wait,
wasn't
no, it's
actually-
been a day since the first time she tried stabbing us. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Well, don't I get another stab because
Yep.
she tried to stab me twice?
well, it's your turn now. Yeah. So you take 3 points of damage. You hit her. Do 1.
Gato just kind of charges past her
Oh.
with
In
screaming.
you come.
All right.
Come on, someone roll a 6.
I'm trying, goddammit, I'm trying.
Roll the 4.
I'm not allowed to engage in combat.
I'm
fellas.
also bruised. I have a -1 to everything. So
You missed
Yeah.
that.
I just can't fight.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like, even... I don't have enough points to spend to make that a 6, sadly.
Yeah, but you, Gato actually hits.
No, I can't fight.
Oh, you can't fight yet.
Nope. I hit a tree.
Wait, her hit threshold is at 5?
No, but you were most of you at -1 for sanity.
Oh, yeah,
No,
stability puts you at -1.
I'm
Yeah.
a bit myself for being
Yeah, sorry.
beaten up.
I'm at can't attack because -6 health.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And she's actually going to throw her spear at Gato at this point.
I just ran past her.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
running.
I mean, sure, I'll catch that.
She doesn't like cowards, I'm sensing. She thinks you're a coward for not
Here's your
dying. to the
hat.
next.
Ooh,
Okay,
Hey, there's
okay.
your 6.
There's my
You got it
6.
to throne.
Well, she can still, but she's got to move her arm. So obviously her arm comes down and hits the biters. So the mouth gets its own attack.
Oh, good.
Oh, the second mouth gets an attack.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, so this is a straight D6 hitting Gato. 2. And the other 2 mouths, as she does that, like she's kind of like wrapping around and got her legs and her arms into you and then biting into you. Just need to look at what the damage is to the amount of mouths.
Hopefully not too strong.
It's one of the few times they haven't copied the stats again, so I've got to go down back to page 36.
And I'm looking at this like you're supposed to survive this, or you're supposed to lose your first batch of characters to this.
Good news. I'm not dead yet.
Yep.
I have 2
minor
hours of
amount.
life left.
Fight.
However, I am unconscious. I'm not even going to bother.
Doesn't
rolling.
have any of those, so it's just a +0.
You die, and fucking Bruce appears like a ninja, picks you up, and vanishes.
Alright.
You're late.
7 points of damage.
And now I am also bleeding out.
All right. Who else wants to attack? That was a very good attack for her.
I have no
Yeah,
other.
yeah, say. All right, fine. I'll give it a try. You said this was the weapons pool, yeah?
Yep, weapons for using a spear. Scuffling if
Alright.
you don't want to.
I will use my 1 point of weapons to do this then. Ah,
Oh, God.
well, yeah.
Now she's going back to punching on a Bitus. Oh, God.
Isn't he unconscious?
Oh,
No.
he's, negatives, but
Mouth,
he's
mouth,
getting-
mouth misses, luckily. This is -2, so net 0 damage. She's kind of trying to force the mouth on her arm into your throat.
All right.
Yeah, and I am definitely unconscious, so I'm just limp in her arms.
Okay. Do we get to try again now she's attacked?
Yep.
All right, so I'm out of points with a weapon. It's going to be better than
Or
trying to punch us.
so I got a 4.
If you're not at -1, that'll be a hit.
I'm at
Hit threshold
-1.
is 4, just depending if you have.
Are you out of weapon pool?
I never had a weapon pool, and unfortunately, I spent all my attack pool
Oh,
on
Yeah,
the-
most
like,
of Scuffling went to the pit fight beforehand.
All right,
yeah.
went to the fucking brawl, which
you have to open all these up. Just
I'm
so I've got an
just-
idea what's
I'm
going
look-
on.
I am salty, not salty at this, because this whole thing where they, give you the big old pit fight thing and then they drain your pools and they throw you into this, and it's just like,
To be honest, you're fighting a single person. So they've drained your pool so you don't have. This is actually a challenge.
they drained your pools, but they've also injured you hilariously beforehand as well. So it's like roll a 6 or roll a like. So the thing is, the whole reason why they have this whole mouth thing with this setup, I'm guessing, is so that like you're going to have to roll a 6 anyway. So you're going to end up stuffing parts of this lady down your mouths anyway.
Look, if I could have constructed a crude slingshot, we'd be doing much better.
True.
Then I could spend firearms.
Yeah, same.
So that was her rolling.
That's her
Right.
missing.
At least she missed. Yeah, let's take our luck when we get it.
Back to
All
her
right.
normal
Ooh.
combat
So
levels.
I guess now I guess I hit with a spear and I shoulder tackle her.
Yep,
That's a 5.
that hits
for
as
the
well.
mouth.
So, and a d6 for the mouth as well. 6 points. All right, she's starting to look a bit rough now. What's that for?
I don't know. I'm just seeing if I got how things went because I was picking up and
Oh,
dropping it. So the
For
first
the
one-
mouth, right?
Yeah,
No, is
that
it-
was it was 1d6 to hit. Roll. Second one was for the mouth attack. 5 wins 6 again.
Oh, so the second 6 was damage.
Yeah.
Oh, she's really suffering then.
Now she's at -1.
As my shoulder, as I look over to as I glance at my shoulder and I see it has like just a chunk of flesh in it.
Yeah, your shoulder's chewing down on like a good chunk of her shoulder. It's dribbling
don't like
down. It's kind of licking its lips, and the blood's dribbling down your chest.
Fuck. Right, so Gatto is unconscious or not? Question mark. Okay.
I'm still breathing.
Okay. Bitus is still unconscious. I just whiffed again, so I believe it's her turn.
Yep. All right, she's going to go for Jimmy. Going to hit
I
Jimmy.
can tell you she's hit. Well, at least the mouths didn't get me.
It's for the
How
next
much do I
2 though for this one.
3 points.
I'm on 1. Still standing, just.
All right. You,
All right.
you two, anyone who's left to attack can attack.
No,
Yeah.
miss again.
Well,
Well,
Oh, hello.
your mouth, you'll just like go straight in there.
mouth attack again.
Oh, 2 hits. So 2d6 damage.
2 for 1. It's for the spear.
There's a 2. Now roll a 6. That's not a 6.
So 3 more damage.
All right, she's at -2.
At least she's dealing with the -1 nonsense now.
Yes.
True.
Fortunado's going to be her next target. At
5.
-1 is 4. That's a hit.
It's a 4. That's a hit.
It's -2 because she's using her hands.
I'm now at -4, so I'm still in the bruise state.
All right, you two get to lay into her.
You say that, Greg.
Bloody
Well,
hell!
Thank you,
If I'm-
Fortunato, for putting in the work on this.
Fortunato
I'm
is
sorry.
That's okay. Mouth misses, so no
mouth
damage.
misses, yeah. But still, that takes us down to -7.
I'm not dying here today,
She says as you force another bit of it towards your mouth.
Well, no, it's not, no, the mouth missed. So this is literally just me, just like
Shanking her
this-
with a spear.
The thing is, the spear's probably broken at this point, and I'm just like just taking this little thing, just going,
You say spear. It's a slightly sharpened bit of bamboo, so it just keeps
Look.
breaking off, and you just shank it with the shorter and shorter bit.
Yeah,
Just flailing with the spines of bamboo that are flaked off.
You never grew up on the streets of
Oh,
Chicago.
she misses. Go on, you got a chance. Bleeding out now.
Yes.
oh, come on.
All right, she's at
Well,
minus.
she's at -7.
can't
According to the
attack.
roll, she wouldn't be able to fight anymore.
Yep. All right. So yes, you can't fight anymore. What's your plan?
I kick her while she's down. I miss, as I am tired.
She's like completely naked, yeah. She's not like she has any keys or anything like
No.
that. Or,
Totally.
damn it. All right.
At this point, she can't attack. So, are you trying to subdue or kill?
Are we subduing or are we fucking coup de grace her?
I mean,
And as tired people and like bloody with 2 of our people down in the middle of this, I am very just tempted just to pick up the spear and just like go right into her neck.
like, I'm with you, but I think Grey has a way of killing me if we do that. Like, if I do that, I think it violates one of my pillars.
I will.
My
So
hat
we're-
cries out for
here's the
vengeance,
thing,
but
here's the
no one
thing.
else can hear.
Well-
Here's the thing. So me and you, so we're both tired. We're puffing. She's down on the ground, and we look at each other, and it's like, and I'm just, and I point, and I just wave you off. Go away.
Well,
as
this is things about you're true, right? Except you wouldn't have chance to respond. So I wouldn't count it as like if Jimmy ran her through, that would be a problem. But Fortunato doesn't have that problem. And if you can't stop it, you know, if she kills her in the middle of a fight, I don't see that being that much of a problem.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
all
fine.
right, all right,
In
all
that case,
right.
yeah, no objections.
You don't need to roll anymore. You just run her through.
Because she is, like, completely unconscious of this.
I will run
Yeah.
her through, and I will basically take the last bit of my fucking bamboo spear stick nub. Just goes across her throat.
All right. Right, she is down. You
And I
defeated
will-
Savagery Satan. Sorry.
And now I will lay back and just scream at the heavens.
All right. Also, stability check. You just killed
Fuck
somebody.
What's the cost on it?
I am just trying to find it.
It's non-mythos, so it's
Non-mythos. It's only a 3. Kill someone in a fight is 3 stability loss.
At least there's no sand.
Well,
Yeah, true.
fuck it. Let's see what happens. I've been rolling. No,
Holy Moses,
now
actually passed.
I am now at -2 as I am screaming at the fucking heavens.
Right.
Just nothing but bestial man anger.
Right. I no longer have first aid to stabilize our 2 comrades, but I'm trying to get them out of here, for fuck's sake. So,
Yeah, pretty much. Unless we get 2 points of first aid spent on us in the next couple hours, we just bleed out and die.
I've got 2 hours.
A blade of character appears from the bushes.
All right. So you pick her. I assume you're just going to stumble on with it.
yeah, like, she had nothing on her, I take it, so...
No.
Like, she was buck naked,
stumble-
literally nothing, so it's not like she
You
has
stumble
a
on.
getting us off this island.
And then in the distance, you kind of see through like as you go over the hill, like a crumbling estate, or that's not too far away. The island itself isn't massive.
Her shank shack, as you would say.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll have Agato over one of my shoulders. The other
Okay.
one that doesn't have the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Good,
take
good.
her on your good shoulder. I'll take Arbitus in my good arm.
Mm-hmm.
Someone replace my rock.
and we will limp towards
The mouths are calling for you to feed on the corpse, by the way.
Shut up.
Mouse can
I
fuck
ignore it.
the mouse
you-
can so
You're allowed to ignore them at this stage.
good because
I'm unconscious. I can't not.
All right.
Uh,
The building is neoclassical European, or it was. It's run down. Looks like it's like relatively recent, like neglect as opposed to long term. This isn't an ancient ruin. This is somewhere that just hasn't been like looked after for the last 10 years or so.
I would like to say that fucking Ablade's character never woke up and was just in the place this entire time.
And he's still gonna have a mouth.
oh yeah,
In the
I
belly.
presume that she shanked him at some.
Throat mouth. It's all the rage.
Or thigh mouth. He has a mouth on his side.
Yep. All right. So you approach,
Mm-hmm.
and
How abandoned does it look?
there is a light on. Just like a flickering torch, not very bright, just a dim one. What is that?
I will go towards the. I am currently at negative stability, and negative health. I'm just going to go towards the torch as torch mean people good.
Some people not crazy.
And I breathe raggedy and slump with Gato and trying to keep Gato's fucking mouth stump away from me.
It's got a
Alright.
rock tied in it. It can't do anything.
So it's a 3-story mansion, to give you an idea how big this thing is.
Luigi
Reminds me of
Mansion.
home.
So it's
Um,
Luigi Mansion level, right?
yeah. You enter, it's dirty, dusty. Like the doors are barely hang on. It's a ballroom. Everything's damp. The furniture's mouldering. Doesn't
It's
look
like
like anything's doesn't look like anything's been used in years.
No longer
It's
reminds
like
me
a
of
family estate house that's been left into disarray because some people got a weird kind of religion all of a sudden.
As you approach the light, the state of the building improves, like a radius of clean as opposed to a radius of filth.
So it's
Okay.
getting cleaner to our perception as we get closer to it.
Yeah. And
this
there's
part
a
isn't as
door.
rundown.
There's a door that's like slightly ajar.
I will nudge it open.
Sitting in a chair by a fire is an old lady. Who's there?
I will be quiet.
I heard you. I heard the door. Savitri, is that you?
No.
Is that what
Was
you say?
your- Hmm?
Is that what you say? No.
No.
Oh, are you a servant?
No. Quite the opposite.
Oh, well, whoever you are, come in, warm yourself by the fire. The lady seems to be in her 80s, old, frail, obviously blind. Clothing is kind of stained, torn, and she smells. She's obviously not had a bath in a long time.
So another cult of this decadency place that are just doesn't give a shit.
Thank you, Mrs.
Savitri. No, that's my granddaughter. Ravi.
Sorry.
I get confused. I've been all alone mostly. Savitri's the only one to visit.
Is that a relation?
Yeah, my
Or-
granddaughter.
I see.
Yes.
Well, quite a place you have here.
It was, but since the servants left, I dread to think what it looks like. I've been blind 20 years, but even I know the place is not what it was at its prime.
It smells very bad, but yeah, it's seen better days.
Oceanato is not very polite.
No, not at the moment.
We're bad at
He's
it.
been mostly mad all day. It's true.
Yeah.
I see. It's unfortunate the whims of time and so forth.
Have you met my granddaughter?
Yes,
Briefly, yes.
we had a
Yeah, okay.
encounter. No,
Good.
Sorry.
good.
And he kind of just like straightens slightly, and you just kind of. It's over then, finally.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the last, you see. Last of the family. All the others have disappeared one by one. I've only survived by appearing senile.
Oh,
That,
so
and I don't think I would make a good hunt.
so
you knew of her proclivities then.
We didn't realise it
she
until
dropped-
too late.
she dropped the act.
Yeah, there was accidents. People went missing.
Oh, I mean, the lady's currently dropped the act. She's acting a lot more.
Oh yeah, she's acting a lot more sane. She was actually like a diddling old senile. But now she knows her granddaughter's
spawn.
gone. She's like dropped it. She's still blind and frail.
Oh yeah.
I will say, at least, ma'am, I am sorry for your loss. At least not this one.
Well, yeah, it's not really much of a loss.
Well, I mean, not your granddaughter, but everyone else.
Yes, I expect to be killed at the night at some point, or even daylight, or simply starved to death. Savagery has been my only source of food and water.
Sorry to say, yeah.
Well,
Sorry. It happens.
if you can leave the island, then you will take me with you.
If we can, I mean, I think two of our companions are currently. We might just be me and my friend here because.
Oh,
two
you
of
have
our...
wounded.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can help. If you can. She kind of gets up and shuffles around. She's got a hand on like everything she moves, and it's like, I know some medicine. I can't see, but I might be able to help.
We will. We will help direct your hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep away from
She'll talk you through what you need to do to stabilize both Albitus and Gatto.
Hey, I'm not dead
You're not dead. No.
No, you're not dead.
yet.
Gatto's
I
gonna.
wish we were, but we're not actually dead.
Gatto's gonna get one of those fucking berserk hands. He's gonna get a metal gauntlet hand to just shove over the fucking mouth stump.
All right. So you're
My
gonna have
hand
to.
turned evil, so I cut it off.
Yeah. And then it grew back and still stay evil, but
Then it grew back, so I did it again.
That's the point. First aid, avoiding the mouth.
Oh,
All right, so I don't lose a finger to something. It's so okay.
Did anyone shove my second rock in the mouth?
What's the roll, and what happens to me if I don't roll a 6?
Well, no, this will just be a what's it called? Athletics check, probably the best one.
All right then. Well,
it's only a 3, so don't worry too much.
Really good thing they made us all take a lot of athletics.
Yes, it's a key one.
Well, then I make a 3.
Dommed.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not getting at my. It's almost getting at my fingers.
Yeah, it takes a bit out of one. Well, I say about your clothes, but yeah.
Hey, at least I got stabbed through the chest by the spear. You don't have to worry about my hand.
I mean, if you did take it on the chest like a man, you would at least have a chest mouth.
No. The second stab.
Oh. But no, I used my the last of my stamina, most of my athletics to keep my fingers away from the mouths.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
ma'am, I must ask, how did this? Did you remember it as how this began?
Do you have bargain or flattery?
I
I
have
have bargain.
Your bargain, excellent. That will do.
At a cost, or
No,
Can
because
I,
you,
can I
you,
conscious?
you've
I
already.
have flattery.
You've also you're conscious now. You've also offered to take off the island, which is exactly what you need to do.
Yeah. So what's the cost? So do I need to spend bargain or what?
No, that was just core clue.
Okay.
Well, Saboteur was always a black sheep amongst the family. Diverse interests, but as she was a child, she kept to herself. In her early 20s, she moved to California. No one was particularly sad to see her go. But she returned at 24 with an American Loman. Yeah, I think Loman.
I'm going to have to say that I think California. I do like the fact that it's like, oh, she was a troubled child, but not that bad until she went to California.
Well, yeah, we know she came back with Loman after that. I think if
Should
James
have
went
never
out of
gone to
character, it
Hollywood.
would have been just after the big fire.
I know. I'm thinking of this in the more just metatextual sense that California. She was she was a bit of a child with special needs, and she went to California and came back as a mouth riddled cannibal.
Dear sister, I am dictating this telegram through Bruce as I am extremely drunk.
Bruce shows up.
Yeah, Bruce hasn't shown up yet. Soon after her return, members started leaving the island.
Mm-hmm.
We only figured out later that I only figured out later they were covers for the homicide. Staff members moved on to other jobs. Cousins went on long trips. Aunts and uncles decided to live on the mainland for a while. Stuff like that.
Taryn, you're scraping.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
About to say that. Number of the living. Yeah. Over a few years, the number of living on the estate had been reduced to about 1/3 of what it was before. But we still didn't understand there was something dangerous going on. But then there was pretty much a bloodbath.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone else. She took everyone else out so quickly. I survived by feigning ignorance, stupidity, senility. But yeah, that was years ago. I don't remember how long ago. Time is just.
So she's killed her entire family?
Yes.
Not to say that I'm surprised, it's just...
Sons, daughters, granddaughters, grandsons, they're all gone.
The fuck? Well then.
There's some weird creature here with her.
Oh, it's down there? They have a thing
Here
there?
it bits, growls, and makes strange noises whenever she's around.
Yeah, that's oh, wait. No, no. I think I know what you're talking about. No, yeah, don't think on that. You won't be hearing that anytime soon unless this no, the mouth was in Singapore, yeah, right. Not here.
No. Well, the big mouth was in Singapore.
The big one.
She's talking about she's talking about her little mouse.
Yeah, she can hear the little mouth whenever she's around. There's no way to shut the things off. Not for long periods of time, anyway.
I mean, the fact that we're currently riddled in mouths. I think
Yeah, she's probably hearing the same sounds unless you found some way of stuffing stuff in there.
I stuffed Brock in mine.
Ma'am, I think that was a present point of her condition as well as her physical, if not mental state.
Doesn't surprise me. She's long been obsessed with finding the answer to some esoteric question.
What question was that?
She rants and whispers things like learning the truth, understanding the hidden identity, finding the one who stands behind the mouths. Even before the bloodbath, she was obsessed with that. She's got an impressive library somewhere.
Oh, that's an impetus to check this house out, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, just what we fucking need, books. Before we go and try to find said library, ma'am, is there a means of egress from this island? We'll take you with us.
The
We
others
have-
come every so often. They work for her or with her.
Oh,
They bring her the food she needs and the books she wants.
Great, more people we have to beat over the head. I am not in a physical state. I am. You will hear an audible and anguished groan as of a tired man who does not want. Has just been told that to get canned food, he's going to have to wrestle a bear.
How often do they come by?
Every week or so.
So we're expecting them tonight or in the next few days?
A few days. They arrived a few days ago.
That will be good.
That
So I
kind of
guess
coincides, by the way, with when you were dropped off.
Also, so this is also, but just to make sure, like mechanically speaking, Gray, we will have some time to gain back our general pools
Yeah, well,
before we
possibly.
have to bludgeon these people to death.
If you can find somewhere comfortable to rest, yes.
I mean, we have mouths on our skin. Was there anything considered comfortable from that?
There's lots of rooms. You can have a look around the rest of the mansion.
Yes, I am. We're going to.
Alright.
Necessary. I have architecture. I have art history. I have other things to spend if I need to suck out. If I need to slurp up any information.
That's a good thing to say with our mouth and your body.
Slurp.
Yep.
Also, I'm just gonna roll this just in case, just to say, just have that. Just gonna roll that 9 since trouble in this house. Or any booby traps?
Nope. So, there's dozens of rooms in this place, functioning identical. Uninhabited chambers of varying size, from closets to great ballrooms. Some rooms contain corpses, family members or household servants, all of which have been reduced to skeletons, however. And most show signs of like physical trauma and gnawing of the bones.
And guessing having teeth marks, yes.
Yeah. There's no gas, electricity, or running water. And the septic system has long since backed up. Yeah, that's about all you find until you find the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This seems to be the only other bedroom that is in use. And it's like locked door, which of course, Funcionado quickly unlocks.
Well, that fortunately unlocks, or if I just wanted to, I put my shoulder up to it and then the mouth gnaws
I
through
didn't
it.
say how you unlocked it. Yeah. Your lock it can work one or two ways. Yeah, you can either definitely unlock it, or you can just eat your way through the door.
Just fucking have the mouth bite off the mechanism. I open the door.
Alright, so the furniture from this room's been removed.
Oh,
There's
okay.
it's been stacked against in like an adjoining one's bedroom. There's only a ring of desks and tables remaining, with tomes, folios, notes, drawings spread across them. They kind of set out so you could walk amongst them and like move stuff around. There's candles in the corner of the room that can be lit, and a small cot in the corner of the room. The other sides of the room are basically bookshelves, and the floor is also stacked knee deep in books in both corners.
I'll stick my head out and shout for fucking Arbitus. Or is Arbitus stabilized? Is he awake though? Edit.
I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be awake by now. You'll be here for a while.
We're
No,
conscious, but we're not able to recover hit points without significant downtime.
But I can stumble around and I can still read books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the thing is, unfortunately, like as I was saying, the reason why I was talking about chawing through the door with my shoulder, is because I remember I'm at negative stability, so I can't make investigative spins.
Yeah.
So,
Right. I can.
Yeah. Jimmy and Fortunato can't.
Nope.
Titus and Gatto can.
Yep. Just at a penalty.
I
A
think
significant
it's
penalty.
hilarious that half of us are broken in body, the other half are broken in spirit
Pretty much.
and body.
You're a bit broken in both, but yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm just really surprised I stayed sane through that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to go at some point.
I haven't lost any sanity. I just lost stability. I have just lost stability during the entirety of that.
Yeah, I thought this was where Gatto was going to go out.
I can't believe I lived.
Yeah.
I really can't.
I mean, you can retire if you want.
Yeah, he's probably going to after this
That or you
this
could-
area.
That, or you can keep yourself around and just dive headfirst into the next maw if you want to close it up.
That won't work.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have the
I don't have the thing, and I'm the completely wrong character type to get it.
I am also hilariously found out that the reason why they said that they don't know if it's going to work unless you do it is because, like, it turns out being at whatever level is just a bonus a +1 modifier to the roll.
Yep.
Right, skimming the library.
Mm-hmm.
Will take a long time. You think there's like a month's worth of work here? So, how many people have library use?
Yo.
Right. That's 2.
I actually do have a point.
Yep, that's fine. That reduces even further.
I have no library use.
Yep.
No, I do have though instead.
What?
Caught use.
Sharp animal.
Can't use. You can sleep in her bed.
Yes, it's a bed.
It's a bed for somebody who has a constantly slavering mouths.
Oh no, it's full of mech. No, I'm taking the mattress off and tossing it away. I'm kidding. I'll go somewhere else then instead.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
plenty.
nice
There's plenty of beds
comfortable
that don't have corpses in them.
Yeah, like beds don't have corpses in them. Hell, the floor would be perfectly acceptable.
There's a nice, comfortable floor. It doesn't have an inch of water on it. It's not trying to eat you.
Right.
Sounds perfect.
Calculator time. Let's see how much we can speed this up. So currently, it stands at 30 days. We have 3 people who can library use. That reduce it down to 10 days.
Oh, but we
a 1 point library spend will double your skimming speed. A 2 point spend will allow you to discover the vital clues.
Can like multiple people put like 1 point in each?
Possibly, yeah. I don't see why not.
Did you get your nerd past the murder woman? Did you get your nerd past the fucking? Give me a second. I have to say this aloud. Did you get your nerd past the fucking pit fight?
Yep.
The subsequent being beaten over the head by cultists. The getting stabbed by a spear. Did not go insane from having a mouth popped up on his body. And then also survive the frantic fucking end of Metal Gear Solid 4 beating scene at fighting the lady, the crazy lady with the spear and mouths.
Yes, you did. You push your nerd to the front.
And what on earth are you calling me a nerd for? Oh wait, Arbitus is the nerd.
I just had to state that because if you're sage / for college professor / fucking I don't know itinerant occultist gets past the things where probably you would need your soldier character in the first place.
Oh, Arbitus is surprisingly buff, and he does have 3 points he can spend.
Also, the fact Also, the fact that Gray rolled like garbage.
Yes, that also helped. 2 points spent.
I think he spent like 5 points just trying to stab Jimmy alone until he said "fuck it."
Yeah,
I'll say this:
she-
my next
she-
character is having 5 points in conceal, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Alright.
Next time someone tries to stab me and misses when I'm in a pit, I'm clutching the shoulder and going, "Ah, I am undone."
Shit, why did I not think of?
I didn't think of it until just now.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Pouring over the entire library is a work of years and completely impractical with the bounds of the campaign. One possible exception, it might be an investigator who is about to be sidelined.
Hello.
Wait, what?
So basically, it's saying here, you know, the library is useful if you can sideline a character.
Emma would love this library. It's huge.
So basically, it is if you can sideline a character, roll and switch one and rotate somebody out.
Yes. It's basically, it's admitting at this point that some characters are probably going to be useless by this point.
I would elect that if we did not lose Herbert was in Ethiopia, we could have planted him here.
Yeah, but Gatto can work. Gatto's got the library he's needed.
True.
If Gatto wants to go and play as Bruce instead.
No, Oracle.
Oracle? Which is Oracle?
Oracle is what Batgirl became when she had her spine broken.
Oh no! I mean, cycle out as he plays as Bruce in the campaign,
Oh,
like
possibly.
instead of like him being Oracle. Yeah, sorry. As
Did
I was,
anyone call dibs on the FBI guy?
I called dibs on FBI guy, but
Okay,
you
I thought somebody had called dibs on FBI
It's
guy.
fine.
You
You can take
the
it.
FBI guy.
I can't remember who I called dibs on. It wasn't Bruce.
Didn't you call dibs on the guy living next door to the mansion?
Yeah, I might have. Yes, I did.
The
I did
gardener.
call dibs on the old guy with the cross.
Yes, the gardener back in
The
Cali.
gardener.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
gardener suddenly gets tapped and the
Wait.
gardener's actually a devout man.
Yeah, and you are heading back towards America after this.
Yeah, we only got to get to
Mhm.
it through Mexico, and
All right.
No,
No, Bruce. Bruce stays with Gato. That's the
I'm
thing.
going to pump a break right here and just say it's kind of hilarious and probably slightly wrong that the second when we're going to America to go to Mexico, we pick up the Mexican gardener.
He's not Mexican.
right.
He was just a normal
Okay.
American gardener.
Maybe it's my own problem.
Oh.
The fact that I
He's
said it was
clearly from what's it? How do you pronounce that stupid word? Hang
can you
on.
spell it out?
No, hang on.
Although if you want him to be a Mexican gardener, you can.
No, he's definitely not Mexican. He's
now
from
feel slightly
he's
bad.
from Eastern Europe. I just can't remember exactly where. Give me a minute.
Flavian, Slovenian.
I can look it
No,
up if you
no.
want.
No, I got this. No worries.
Czech? Is he a Czech gardener?
We're getting a bit sidetracked. Anyway, so we're leaving Gatto behind. Well, or not behind, but
Gato will be returning here after he gets you guys off this place.
Gato will be calling his sister and saying, "Unfortunately, sister, I will not be able to see you
All
again
right.
because of reasons."
What? No. I'm definitely going up to say hello to the family.
so this gives you a 6-point dedicated Cthulhu mythos pool.
Neat.
So basically, having Gatto in the library gives you the ability to call him up.
And sacrifice his sanity too. And by the end of when the pool is done, then we hear the gunshot in the background as he has read too much.
What? No.
But yes, so
It
But-
just takes him longer and longer to find the information you're looking for every time, as he keeps getting sidetracked.
but for now, the thing you learn through this
Mm-hmm.
is something quite interesting.
Hmm.
Savitri was sure that the lion's stomach was located in Mount Kailash in the Himalayas. There's a relatively modern survey map, which seems to be made from older services, like sources that have been drawn together.
Are we implying that the lady? Are we implying that this lady was trying to find the stomach so that she could stab it? I feel as if she was trying to find the stomach so she could stab it.
It takes you a couple of hours, but yeah, you find the map, and yeah, it does seem to say that this is the location of the stomach. There's nothing else beyond that. There's a few notes saying that she went up there herself with a team, but didn't find anything. She is convinced from all other sources she's found that is the location. She just hasn't found how to access it yet.
And we found out from the other guy that there was a certain point in time in which the stomach can be accessible, right?
Yeah.
So
Sounds
we have
like we can kind of skip Mexico.
Maybe Mexico has an item we might use. I mean, there's a time is. Oh fuck! That's why there's a fucking calendar in this, because there's a certain point in time where the stars align, right, Gray? Are you whistling? Are you whistling innocently? Is that innocent whistle I hear?
Yeah.
No, that was definitely a guilty whistle. I happen to be familiar with various whistles.
There's the joke, Taryn, is that there is no such thing as an innocent whistle. They're all guilty.
There are several different kinds of innocent whistles. It's just that they're all done while you're working on the railroad.
So with this Apotheosis s freaking epiphany moment, is there anthropology, archaeology? There's no astrology check here, is there?
No, there is not.
But I'm guessing
Sure,
there's
it's yet
no
to be used.
I'm guessing there's no point spin to use when you. Or wait, no, we have Cthulhu Mythos spin. Fuck. Taking all the information together and how many point spin of Cthulhu Mythos does it take to discern the time and place?
Don't we know the time?
We know that we have an idea of the time and we have an idea of the place.
We know the conditions. We know the place. That means we should be able to determine the time.
Yeah, I'm looking at a calendar with a bunch of fucking little pins and everything. By the way, do we get any like refreshes on our generals, Gray?
I'm going to say you're going to be here a couple of days, so yes, you can refresh your generals.
To maximum or to house?
To half, I think. Because
So,
it isn't an absolutely perfect location for resting. There's not much food.
Refresh 24 hours. Use that.
Yeah, refresh 24 hours.
All right.
I'm
so,
fine with that.
well, that gives back enough. So is this the point? Is this the aha eureka moment in the mystery where the guy gets at the cockboard and starts putting pieces of paper and wrapping string around things? Yeah, right? Or is
Yeah, you're at that
after?
stage. You're linking stuff up now.
So I get a calendar, I get a thing. So I need a archaeology. Is this a Cthulhu Mythos spend to get the the date, when on the calendar is the time to get over there?
No.
I have astronomy.
Okay. So we still have Mexico to clear before we can actually go.
Yeah, you're missing one last piece of information.
All right, time to go to the Dr. Wiley base in Mexico.
Don't you mean the Dr. K base before we go to the Dr. Wiley base?
I'm just checking what that Mexico. There's a Cthulhu here. Not just for myself.
I wouldn't put it past the guy who wrote this to put a one location in, which would be just a way to kill your time. Like, one red herring about them all. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a cult. It's not really a red herring, but I see what you're saying.
Well, that's the thing is that like going and snuffing out the cold is all well and good, but I mean, even like here in Singapore, like what literally can we do to fucking go and murder that fight to stop that hole in the ground? Because we lost Herbert West, we can't blow it up, and we can't yeet or the only other option is yeeting one of our people into it.
Maybe we could go back to the police, tell them Loman's not paying them off anymore, and here's the location of this illegal gambling pit.
We can assume that the police would probably come after the police has not been paid for a long enough
All
period
right.
of time.
So yes. So what you have is you've got the time, and you've got the place, but you don't have the exact place.
Okay.
You know the Devouring Mountain is in Tibet, but you don't
In
know
the
the
hill
actual mountain. So, yeah, that's what that is.
Yep. There's quite a few mountains in Tibet.
Yeah.
So we're
It's famous
saying
for them.
that Mexico might tell us which mountain it was, but the thing it give us an idea which mountain, but we wouldn't know. But if we didn't there first, we wouldn't know where this mountain would be.
It's a mountain of this shape, but which mountain could that be? There are so many.
Well, then.
You've got a general area, as in an audience survey map, but that does cover a large amount of area.
Mhm.
Well, I'm wondering how well when the people come to drop off the supplies, and we ambush and or throw them off the thing and continue onward with this. Because I feel like there's like one more punch fest coming
All right.
before we can wrap this one up, right?
So you also find Devotree's journals.
That's a bunch of crazy.
Yep.
Who wants to? Well, I can't. Well, thankfully, I can't spin fucking investigatives.
I speak the language. I'll read them.
Yep. All right. 1 point library use, please.
Spent.
All right. So Savitri doesn't believe the thing of 1,000 miles is Golgoroth. He suspects it isn't Nefertotep.
That's comforting? No, it's not. It's not comforting at all. It's opposite of comforting.
Although she's in a correspondence with Trammell, she takes the opposite position to try and keep him in the dark. She's learned that Raymond Anjavara, George Ayres, and Samuel Trammell call the true entity of the Veneration lie from beyond. I haven't been able to conclusively track that down to any mythos entity. And she believes the knowledge she seeks, the true cosmological identity, is important because of the exceptional danger approaches the veneration of Great Old One in the wrong way. Because you have to know the thing to be able to deal with it. He's organised the Bangkok cult in a way to remain apart from the major mouth, and it's feeding because she fears something horrible and potentially apocalyptic could arise from the Bangkok mouth at any time. So yeah, basically, she doesn't think that the other versions of the mouth are the one, but she also thinks it would be dangerous to deal with it without actually knowing what it is.
So she was also trying to defeat this mouth, and we killed her.
Not so much defeat as control.
And we killed her.
Yeah.
I
don't know if control, like, for the good of humanity is the right way of saying it.
No, it sounds like she was out of control of it for herself.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
It's more of she was trying to do a power play by grabbing the source by the neck. I don't know. I don't you know what? We don't consider the motivations of a dead person. And it's the person who decided to end that particular little bound of crazy for the betterment of all. Fuck that.
My hat thanks you.
I do like the fact that they added a backup. They added a backup. Oh, did you kill the crazy lady who gave you who fucking put a mouth on your body and was trying to stab and or eat you and hunt you in the forest? Here's a nice old lady who goes from senile to cognizant because of this.
And she knows first aid, just in case your first aid guy is sleeping from being stabbed.
It's a very interesting and good backup, one would say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So
Yeah,
Do
you
we-
have nothing to do but wait for the arrival of the next boat.
mm,
Go looking for the mansion for anything resembling a gun.
Yeah, there are knives and stuff like that around. So you'll be able to find proper weapons rather than improvised weapons. But there's no guns or anything like that.
sadly, there's no proper weapons that use scuffling.
No.
Or firearms, I suppose not.
Oh, I can use mechanical repair to make traps.
Yeah. That would definitely work.
Sure, I could use outdoorsmen to make traps, but that seems like a little overkill.
Yeah. There is a dock. But inside is just a series of sunken boats. Yeah. A greenhouse that was once used but has now been shattered. There's the boathouse also has a bunch of like improvised weapons like hammers, pins, saws, stuff like that. So you can definitely build stuff using that. But your booby traps basically just sink into the mud quite quickly. Looking at one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make sure I have a good ambush positions when they arrive, and jump them in the back.
All right.
Clearly, she didn't give the people with four athletics to or 4 hit thresholds for this.
There's a garden shack if anyone wants to check that out.
Yes.
All right. You
What
open
Cthulhu mythos am I going to bump into in the garden shack?
nothing. You just find a pile of like bones.
I was going to say
fuck.
you just find a
Yeah. 1 point non-mythos stability check.
God, fucking grey.
I was going to say you find a small plant saying feed me Seymour, but
You're fine. It's okay. All right.
Seen awful shit the last 24 hours.
Yeah. It's just
24
another.
minutes.
Just another room full of dead people on this island. Fine.
Yeah.
you go look. It was pain.
Thank you.
What did you
All
find?
right.
Pain.
So the boat will arrive in a couple of days later. I'm just looking for the guy in charge. There we go. Where's his stats? Of course, putting his stats in a good location. So you will recognise the man on the boat. This is Barry Umdum from the pits. He's got 2 goons with him, but nobody else at this time.
Great. We have to beat the people. Do we have any HP back, Ray, or no?
You'll gain 2 days of healing.
What does that mean?
I'm at -8.
It's 2 points.
Yes, you basically get a point of health back every day of good rest.
Great.
Unless you're below 6. -6, in which case you get nothing.
Yes, true.
I have -2 now. This
I'm
is
still
going to go.
-7 stability.
I hope I have that 6 streak again, because good fucking god. That's the only reason we lived.
And there they are, up in a completely different section. Alright, combo
What
tracker
is
on.
this? Weapons, Tommy guns, and nuclear warheads. Alright.
76mm AT cannon.
And then insert.
Worse, Lewis script errors.
It's just whatever happens when I add in a bunch of extra guys.
I know.
Ooh, okay.
It seems that all they have here is they have gun. Why is this gun called a bar?
I do like his weapon, it's just a massive machete.
What, the Browning automatic rifle?
Yeah. Alright, let's drop him on there as well. So yes, there are 3 pit fighters. But they're not currently expecting trouble.
I would like to assert this is fucking rude.
Again, you outnumber them.
Do we outdice them?
No, I don't think we do.
Oh yeah, two of you can't fight, can you?
I can't fight, and yeah, Tobin is also
Alright.
out of fighting. So
No.
we're outnumbered.
They are going
could-
to they're going to leave the boat though. Bowie and one of the cultists are going to grab a couple of crates and walk towards the house.
Great, let's sneak onto the boat while they're distracted.
I was going to say, should we just try and get ourselves and the granny
Yeah.
aboard the boat and just leave? Because
Why bother fighting?
Yep, there's one
No.
cultist remaining.
Let's speedrun this.
Excuse me, I'm going to do a thing called a stealth check.
Yep, you can go for a stealth check.
Which, since thankfully we had enough time to actually take a nap, I had my stealth was refreshed. So we're on the boat.
Yep. No, he's standing next to the boat. It's a small jetty. You're standing
Yeah.
right behind him when he's not. He's kind of looking out into the water. He's not really paying attention.
Well, I'm
Punch
going
him in
to.
the face, shove him in the ocean.
You've got like
Hmm?
some sort of improvised weapon, so go for it.
bam.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to go straight for the. Can I altair this? 5,
You hit.
3. So
He's not
I'm
dead.
Not dead, but I'm going to shove him into the water
Yeah, there'll be an
And get
almighty
everyone-
splash.
and get everyone to go on the boat.
I'm hobbling as fast as I can.
There'll be shouts from the house.
I will pick up and carry the. I'm going to grab and pick up and carry the granny.
Oh,
Helping our two massively wounded aboard.
6. I'm hustle granny aboard.
oi! You yeet the granny into the boat.
Yeah, yeet.
Because the thing is that this guy, we didn't have to kill this guy, but I did just knife him and throw him into the water. So he's going to he's going to have some fucking some level of inconvenience.
Yeah, if he's unlucky, there'll be another load of mouth landmines knocking around.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
It would
Anyway,
have been hilarious. I rolled a 6 and just like my shoulder just jerks itself towards the man's mouth. Back.
you walk up and just grab his face and just push it to your shoulder. Alright, so, yep, you jump in the boat, start the engine, and roar off into the distance, leaving them on the island.
I can drive.
2 middle fingers just flying into the air. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you return to
It's like-
civilization.
Huzzah! I'll be coming back with a small squad of armed troops.
We have clothes.
I'm going to assume you found some clothes in like, the past few days.
We stripped some dead people for clothing.
Or found them in the cupboards.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm going to have to assume that due to the fact that the likelihood of the police not getting their payoff, they're going to like drop down they're going to do a flying kick knee on the organization on the pit.
Dear police, I've paid you plenty of money. Haha, you're not getting any more. Signed, that guy who was paying you money, whose name I can't remember.
I was Loman.
And before I leave,
And who is going to die horribly.
and before we leave, I'm going to set his house on fire.
You're going to borrow him in first?
Well, no, he's no longer around. Remember?
We
yeah,
sent
you
him
got
off to Italy and aren't
We were
sending the
doing-
follow-up.
We were doing the kind humanitarian thing before he fucked us over.
We were
Alright,
totally going to be good guys, but now, no.
are you going to deal with the mouth, or are you just going to ignore the mouth in the fighting pit?
It isn't going to get fed much anymore.
If
Oh, the fighting
someone
pits
had
will
the
carry on.
fintech, I don't. What's up?
The fighting pits will carry on.
It's going to get raided by the police.
What
Oh,
police?
sorry.
The police are well and truly in pay. Just because
We're
you've
gonna
taken
pay,
savagery
but-
out, you haven't dismantled the cult.
Yeah, this is the thing. If we
Right.
actually want to put this to bed, we've got more to do.
Yeah. First things first, hospital time.
Yes. You can spend let's figure out how long you're going to have to spend in hospital.
1
think
day
it's
for
2
every
days.
negative point you have.
Well, I
God,
thought
it's
I
just
thought,
one.
I thought we were cycling Gato out so we can cycle in his a new character.
Not until after we're done with this part.
Alright. I'm just getting this feeling that we can't really dawdle because I think the hilarious middle finger of this campaign is if you fuck around for too long.
Your mouths are
this
going to
day
get hungry.
we fuck around for too long. The day passes. The fucking star alignment day passes, and we succumb to being mouth ridden creature things, and only the only solution would be a 45 caliber taken directly by the mouth.
All right. Yeah, 2 points per day of restful activity. Hospitalization, page 63, which of course is nowhere near the main bit.
Of course
Well,
not.
it says on the back, you must convalesce at the hospital or similar setting for a period of days equal to the positive value of your lowest health score, so -8, 8 days.
All right. So,
Hey, I'm at -8,
so
and then I
8
get
days.
half my health.
And then you have to spend 2 more days to get back up to full health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's just one more day.
How do we regain stability is my main question.
That's a pool refresh, isn't it? You have to contact your source of stability or lean on your pillars.
How do you lean on your pillar?
Well, actually, pillars is for sanity, isn't it, more than stability?
Yeah.
Okay, well, for pillars, like my drive being arrogance, I did shank the hell out of that arrogant lady who thought they could take me into the jungle. So maybe that I don't know. My drive. I was just thinking like, oh yeah, that did like coincide a bit with my drive.
Shit, I've just realised I don't have my revolver anymore. I'm never going to see that again.
I'm assuming you can repurchase weapons.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I've got spares.
Yeah, Gatos can easily buy you weapons in the black market.
I just ship them in.
Decent point.
All right. So,
Gato just buys them by the crate.
replace your health back to full.
Huzzah!
Your pools will refresh. Your general pools refresh, not your investigative.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you've had enough rest time. You've lost 8 days.
Not a lot I can do about that.
No, you need the health.
Unless you guys want to try and organize a raid on the place while I'm down.
Well, put it like this: that we've been very, when it comes to getting things done, we haven't really had much dawdle time.
No, you've proved through quite a clip.
Yeah, so if the game had if the writer put in, I know I'm metagaming a bit on this, I'm sorry, but if the person who put this together gave any slack of leeway, I think we have a little bit of time to burn.
Right.
I mean, I really quite need it because I'm at -7 stability, so.
Does anyone have psychoanalysis?
No.
Tobin does.
Tobin, right. You can do some triage.
Ooh, yes, please.
It's a difficulty 4 psychological test. You're an author, not an alienist or clergy, so you don't get difficulty 3.
I really should have played the priest.
For every psychoanalysis point spent, not including, so if you succeed the test, you can spend points to give 2 stability points per point spent.
Okay, so who looks the most rattled?
I'm at -2.
-7.
I'm in positives.
Okay.
Go put Jimmy back together.
Yeah.
Work on Jimmy.
I'll allow you to
It's just a
attempt
spend.
because it's
Oh, no.
you've got enough time. You've got 8 days. You can spend a couple of attempts.
Okay, come back next week.
I do, and
Tell me about your family.
Yeah, I
How
just
does that
spend the
make you
whole
feel?
time just trying to talk about other poltergeists. It's like, oh, have you heard about the ghost in this place? Or have
How
you
is
heard
this
about this
helping?
legend? And
how is this helping?
oh,
Oh well.
Alright, so no, yes. Jimmy is a little bit wibble wobbly.
Yeah.
I mean,
And justifiably so.
Yeah, considering getting hit by that 7 penalty when he was already just teetering off of the point of madness. Yeah.
What have you done with your mouths, by the way?
Oh, I am permanently wearing some kind of clothing that happens to always cover that arm.
I have I bound the mouth itself with some wrappings first, and then I have my shirt over that. And I'm doing my the meditative stuff to make sure that for the sake of like the quieting down thing, the denial self ritual stuff.
Yeah,
Since
so
the
I've got
80s,
like
I'd be feeding it plutonium that I could buy on any street corner. But as of now, I just have to feed it normal rocks.
yeah, and instead of an eye patch, Tobin has an ear patch that he's very insistent that the doctors not touch.
So those of you with the the ritual self denial,
Mm-hmm.
you can
Totally should use that.
yeah, you are using that and you are stilling at this point the desires. Those of you without it, your mouth is
Yay.
hungry.
Fuck's sake. Do rocks work, to borrow the earlier example?
Well, they keep it quiet, but it
I
will
think
gnaw its
gnawing
way
a
through
rock.
anything. In like a day or two, it will gnaw its way through most things, and it
I think-
doesn't get rid
think-
of the hunger.
It's going to be the fact that it wants a level of depravity or whatever, because this lady had to shove people into it pretty consistently to keep the client.
So this isn't the sort of thing where, say, I could, I don't know, go down to the market, get an extra chicken, cook it up, and feed the food to that. That's not gonna do it,
The
is it?
cooking bit, up until the cooking, you might be okay. At this point, you can probably deal with like recently dead or like living animals. You'll probably accept that at this point. But you get the feeling you're gonna get the feeling it's gonna want more and more as it goes.
We've hit the point in time in the campaign where we're currently Walking Dead at the moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't have basically start writing your wills and testaments, people. Synchronize your death watches because we're all going to die.
I don't know about you guys. I'm going to Rome after this.
Are you going to talk to the priests?
Exorcists.
I might have to follow you right afterwards. Being burned
Pretty
at
sure
the stake.
Gato is going to be giving most of his fortune to the church.
Alright, so what are your plans now you're healed up? And the status you're gonna get at this point? Are you going after the mouth? Or are you just gonna
I mean,
hightail it off to Mexico?
the
We
question
really ought to go after the mouth.
here's the thing about the mouth, though. What with? Because we don't really have the faith. We don't have the priest. We don't have a priest character to faith the mouth closed. Unless it's like a theology. Unless, like, I'm going to have to get religion real hard and use my 2 theology spend to, go and connect with Jesus. Is there a fucking church around here, Gray? Is there a
No,
denominational
that's
church?
for the more like body side of the cults.
No, I mean not a cult church. I'm talking about an actual, legitimate, normal Christian faith church.
Yeah, there'll be a small one around. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and I'm going to go and see if I can find Big Daddy. Find within myself a slice of Big Daddy J.
You can pray, but it's kind of hard to pray with a mouth talking.
I keep going because this one thing about prayer is that it's done through adversity.
It kind of that will become part of your ritual self-denial.
Yes.
So you will have a silent mouth on you now. It's not quite like as still as the ones you saw in what's his face?
And not too bad.
Yeah.
on the other guy, the guy who was like on level 3 or 4, or whatever.
Not Avery. Is it Georgia? Georgia Ayres. George Ayres. But it is definitely less like mouthy than Jimmy's or Gato's.
Yeah, is there anything we can actually do about this cult? There are too many of them to raid. We don't really have allies. We don't have any silver bullet to stop them out.
I mean, I think there's a point in time where we've essentially we've found the greater how can I put this? We found the greater enemy, which is the stomach. Where if we stab the stomach, maybe the mouths will wither up.
True.
I mean, it's not like we as even remember as so the every other mouth we blowed up beforehand and killed the cult of is regenerating as well. So we've essentially hit the out of context problem of we got to go stop it at the source if the source is stoppable. Because even the calcified mouth that the big guy jumped into and polymerized is waking the fuck back up. So we have well and truly slammed into we need to cut this off at the source. And one of those things we're going to do is find out if this is actually a part of Nyarlathotep or whatever.
Perhaps
So.
that information will be in Mexico.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. But unfortunately, Thailand is going to have to suffer its cults longer. Or at least until the cops don't stop getting their money. Who knows? Because the face of the cult and the brains of the cult are all cut off. It's now just the body continually going until its arterial bleeded it out. You know what I mean?
It's probably a couple of weeks before someone steps up to be the leadership. It's still a money-making proposition.
Well, it's also the fact that remember that there's also the other people who the other crime lords who are, punching each other over this. And here's the thing, like, I don't know how many religious crime bosses are out there, but I'm sure that a typical thuggish crime scene would be probably a lot more preferential and probably self-destruct a lot quicker than the people who are in the know about the mouths. You know what I mean? Like, if I go find that one guy who got told off by by what's his face, and slip him a line of, "Yo, they're at their weakest. Now is your time to make your play," and just let the crime people crime at each other until they're gone.
It's a good plan.
That is, I think, probably a much more possible proposition we could do in our current state rather than kick down the door and start shooting, because we tried that before and we got beaten over the head by plot.
I mean, I still like the write an insulting letter to the police, sign it the guy who used to be paying you off, suckers.
They can put that on
I'll spend
line.
flattery.
But no, so Gray.
Yep.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just letting you guys talk.
What is the likelihood? Is there any like cost or anything else like that too? I have Streetwise. I have 4 in Streetwise. What would be the cost, or is it possible for me to put a line in that the the Triad organization that is currently has its thumb on the very lucrative beating people to death market is now in a vulnerable state because both of its heads are have fallen off.
That'd be Streetwise, I guess.
Yeah, I have 4 Streetwise. I'll spend all 4 so that every thug to mafioso to crime boss and this whole thing knows that they're now that the cult's now the occult, which they think is just your average everyday thug ring of illicit death match purveyors.
Yeah.
No, so there can be a nice little clusterfuck of them being picked off. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds okay. You won't take the cult out itself, but you'll definitely stop their expansion.
Yeah.
You're buying time. is about the best you can expect at this
That's
point.
all we can do. I mean, Gato, if you want to go to the U.S. Embassy and like bring this whole thing to their idea or whatever, or if anyone gets flattery or something like that.
I'm Italian.
All right, you did okay.
You're clearly thinking of our detective friend here, Jimmy.
I don't think Jimmy's very flattering, but anyway.
I may be slightly insane, but I'm still Italian.
I mean, unfortunately, I am literally very unflattering. So
Okay, but yeah, no, that will slow the cult down and inconvenience them, but maybe they'll get whittled away and so forth. Who the fuck knows? Not everyone knows the esoteric wisdoms and properties to figure out, how to get the nectar out of the mouths. On top of the fact of how do we know that when these crying people see the big mouths dripping nectar, they don't also just cross themselves and say burn it with fire. You know what I mean?
Enough.
All right. So, shall we call Bangkok done?
I think we'd better call Bangkok done. Yeah.
As they say, one night in Bangkok will leave a grown man in tears.
Anyway, so that's 2 build points for everyone for just completing another bit of the chapter.
Yeah.
I'm putting them into first aid. Thank you very much. So I can at least either heal someone 2 points or save someone's life,
Yeah.
or heal myself 1.
Oh, Gato has Theology 3.
We need to do a count up to see how much your new character gets, don't we?
Yep. We've had 4 acts so far.
Yeah.
5. Sorry, 5. This is 5th.
This is the 5th, yeah.
And you're going to be are you going to, here's a question. What I would say, if you're going to go be the gardener, you stat him as a priest.
I know exactly what I'm doing with this gardener.
Yeah,
Did we ever find out his name?
I can get to you.
I'm just curious if he has an established name.
Yes, he
or
has
if I
an
get-
established name, I think.
Ah, okay. Clearly, it's going to be his son.
Or Jesus.
Yeah, his son. You can send his son out, yeah. He was an elderly gardener, so his son makes more sense. We'll figure out how to introduce him over time, but I think that probably does us for this week.
He'll meet you in the airport holding a sign that says, "Those adventuring guys who I met in the garden."
Why did you put the Green Lantern wiki here?
I have no
Huh.
idea.
It's just that's probably what the mouth is whispering. Flash.
Flesh.
All right.
Yes,
Thanks everyone for watching.
Rocks.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. It won't be depressing next week. That was the toughest one, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Gray, I would point out if I see 2 bodies, done.
Well,
The way I'm rolling.
you get to refresh your
What
stability.
if you
and
see the
stuff like
same
that.
body twice?
Fortunately, the rules predicate against that. They do say you don't have to take the check twice.
Anyway.
Actually, I was able to roll nothing but 6s for a moment there.
Yeah.
Can't believe I threw that 6 on consciousness check. That was crazy.
That was cool.
Anyway, see everyone next time.
Good night, guys.